Thank you for checking out crypto.chartguys.com, the source for technical analysis in the cryptocurrency world. We are proud to announce our own crypto alert system designed to give you the most critical technical trading information possible no matter where you are. Keep your eyes on the market with mobile or email alerts for MACD crosses, RSI levels, and even inside bar alerts for dozens of coins across multiple exchanges. New features and proprietary ChartGuys indicators are already in development. Our alert system is very easy to customize and utilize, so don't hesitate to sign up for the most effective crypto trading tool on the market at crypto.chartguys.com. Hey everyone, hope you're having a good night. So Bitcoin hitting all-time highs. We've got Litecoin breaking out on a Charlie Lee tweet we'll take a look at. Ethereum not doing a whole lot, and Bitcoin Cash is dumping. So there's a whole lot of action going on pretty much everywhere with a lot of trading opportunity. So Bitcoin, I want to first point out the importance and just how significant it is, the fact that we made this V-shaped recovery over 4 days to a new all-time high, because the vast majority of the time, and even in my videos, I was saying how I expected a lower high to form. That's because the pattern, as you know, the equilibrium pattern we talk about on all time frames is so common. And when you ever see a significant pullback from a high like this, and you pull back, 20+%, you look for that equilibrium pattern to form. And like I said, nine times out of 10, that's what you'll look to find. So the fact that that did not happen shows an extreme amount of strength and continuation. And just as a comparison, one of the most bullish sectors in the stock market right now is Canadian MJ. And we just had one of the most bullish names in that sector, WEED. It ran about 100% over a week or two. It hit all-time highs. It pulled back 20%. And then it formed this equilibrium pattern, and it tightened up. It hit its lower high, higher low. So the fact that, that's just an example, the only thing that's as similar to compare it to, and the fact that we went right through to the all-time high, again, tons of strength. And in the Merkle podcast I did, talking about how it's not going to be a bubble, and certainly feel that way. When you see recoveries like this, there's big money that is buying these dips. So we have resistance now up at just under 8,000 psychological, 79.88. And after 8,000, we're just going by psychological round numbers, 81, 82, all the way up, as we have nothing to be going off of. Definitely a bit cautious now that we do have the all-time high and we are at this 8,000 wall, because we ran so significantly with a lack of consolidation on the way up. So while the RSI is less important in these scenarios, it's definitely something I keep an eye on, because when the pullback does happen, it happens very swiftly, where we can pull back from just under 8,000 and drop down $300-400 pretty quickly. So just need to be cautious of that and protective. On the hourly time frame, we do still maintain higher lows at this point, 76.60, 7,700, and now trying to form one at 77.84, it looks like. So we are getting tight, and it will be clear if we do lose this higher low pattern on the hourly, which would just mean some more prolonged consolidation is coming, perhaps overnight, as Litecoin did steal a little bit of the attention. And as Litecoin was breaking out, we definitely saw some profit taking in Bitcoin. And you can tell the market is so hyped when this goes on, when everybody's just shifting their money around into different places and piggybacking wherever the volatility and the opportunity is. And we did see a glimpse of that today. So we'll see if the higher low pattern breaks the 4-hour time frame. Potential bearish reversal candlestick is forming. So obviously nothing serious, just healthy consolidation after a very strong run with a daily chart V-shaped recovery. So Litecoin, the daily time frame and the weekly time frame made significant bull breaks today, and obviously a big spike in volume and a big move to the upside. And the reason here is Charlie Lee went on a tweet storm, the lightning cross chain atomic swap, and then he was just going off with tweet after tweet, keeping that hype and momentum going. And you could see initially when it came out on the 5-minute time frame, it was just a huge move, and I don't think many people anticipated it would have this significant of an impact. But the bulls showed up really significantly down in the $64 range and then really took off. So if you were looking for a pattern on the hourly time frame to look for that break, it really just came out of nowhere, where I would say the first clear break was here at 64.10 and then here at 64.80. And I was late to the party a little bit, was doing some after hours videos, and then whenever I was getting in, I was making just $1.50 scalps, and I did just make an entry on consolidation. As I went out for the night and I set some buys down in the $68 and $67 range and filled the ones in the 68s and then sold it at 70. So we're now reaching an equilibrium pattern on the 15-minute time frame for Litecoin, and this is what to be watching. We have our resistance up here at 71.46, and our support is down here about to be tested right above 68.02. So the bulls want to hold this low and at least bounce to continue this equilibrium pattern. and get back into the $70 range, which would be pretty much right in the middle of that range. So that's what the bulls are looking for right now. But if we do see a break of 68.02, next support's down at 66.30. So it's a ways down. The bulls really want to hold this level to continue the possibility of seeing continuation. Good thing on this volume is it's declining. That's exactly what the bulls want to see after a breakout. So it was very significant, and why it is significant is this weekly time frame. I've been pointing out in these videos these equilibrium patterns, and now we have the break on the long-term pattern. So it's a clear bull break. And look at where our resistances are. If we go to the daily time frame and look back to where we were at these highs up here at the all-time high, there's very little price action. So this is pretty much second best scenario to blue sky breakout, where you have 72.50 as resistance, the top of this move. And if you get over that, we're looking at 74.50 and then all the way up at 82.25. So it's just psychological numbers on the way up with very little trading activity up in this range. There's not a lot of resistance built in. So bulls have a lot of momentum in their favor now, and we could be on our way to an all-time high, maybe early 2018, entirely possible, especially when you can get a reaction like that from a tweet and the market moves its money to follow suit. So very bullish is the bottom line for Litecoin. Ethereum is not doing so much right now. This is the daily time frame. It's still very healthy. This is healthy consolidation with a higher low of 321.93. Our top of this move is 340.84, and the weekly time frame has not broken this equilibrium pattern. Obviously, the fact that Litecoin has broken and they do have a correlation together does increase the odds that that is going to occur down the line. So we're going to be looking for that, and it's definitely a laggard play that now everybody's keeping their eye on it, just out of the corner of their eye. If Litecoin and Bitcoin start to see some little profit taking and we start to see some money and volume coming into ETH, we'll look for that move. Look how tight we're getting here on the 15-minute time frame. So a break is imminent here alone, where we're looking at 331.26 is a clear level that stands out, and support of 328. You could find some shorter, tighter levels in here, but those are the ones that stand out to me visually. So we're tightening up here. We'll see a clear break on Ethereum. If it's a bull break, let's see if the money jumps on the hype train again and tries to get this momentum going back into the 330s. So on the daily time frame, healthy consolidation, and just looking to see if the bulls are going to head back up to 350. 350 is the level that it would be required to break for the same kind of weekly breakout that Litecoin just saw. BCH. So I don't get involved with the politics and all the back and forth fighting about, which coins are better or anything like that. But just by this price action alone on the daily time frame, where we're coming from, this looks like a pump and dump to me. If I saw this on a stock chart, I would say, that's a pump and dump. That company is probably not doing much. So obviously, I'm not talking about the fundamentals of BCH. I'm talking about the technicals and the fact that we pulled back from 2,800 and dropped all the way down to under $900. That is, you don't pull back 65, 70% on something. And I know you can say Bitcoin did back in the day. Sure, it did, but this is a very significant pullback, and it erased all momentum of this move. So the bulls are trying to find a higher low right now of 851, and if you zoom into the 4-hour time frame, we're just attempting this bounce. So by no means have the bulls done anything to change this trend at this point. Inverse to Bitcoin, when Bitcoin's blue sky breakout, is not a position you want to be in. So this is the hourly time frame where we have our lower high pattern. 1062 was a lower high. We just formed another one. 1049. Bulls are making an attempt here. Let's see if we can get a higher low and a higher high, which will just look for an oversold bounce, even though this hourly bounce did just bring that RSI significantly back over 30. It's a solid bounce from 850 all the way up to 1049. So the opportunity is there for significant gains in a very quick amount of time. So by all means, trade it, but I wouldn't want to be going long anywhere near this name right now. So that's where we stand as we head going into tomorrow. Bitcoin could absolutely break 8,000 tonight. We're watching a tightening pattern. And again, as long as the hourly higher lows hold, nothing to worry about for the bulls. And we're watching this 15-minute equilibrium pattern. There's a little bit of that bounce now on Litecoin. So we'll see a clear break on this overnight, probably in the next 3 hours. I would say we would get a clear break within 3 hours. So thanks again. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.